She was on her knees, the laughter loud, stripped of her title for the cheering crowd. Not begging, not crying, just a quiet smile, pure and terrifying. And in that silence, 4 words changed my world. Lost the king I was, found the man I am.
He found her at the city gates at dawn. She had nothing, a small bag, her restitched dress. She was waiting for a cart heading to the outer villages, the same ones he had visited 3 months ago when he had first seen her give away her meal in the rain. He came alone. No guards, no royal seal, just a man who had not slept in 3 days walking toward the one person who had looked at him, truly looked at him, without wanting anything from him at all. She saw him coming, and she did not move. He stopped in front of her, and for a long moment, neither of them spoke. Then he said,
"I know who you are."
This is where everything changes, because Serafina was not simply an Omega from a minor family. The documents his most trusted general had found buried in the palace archives told a different story entirely. Her mother had not died in childbirth from weakness. Her mother had been the younger sister of the previous king, hidden, erased, rewritten out of history by men who feared what her bloodline would mean. Serafina was not a low-born Omega. She was the rightful heir to a throne that had been stolen before she drew her first breath. She already knew. She had known since she was 14 years old when she found her mother's letters hidden beneath the cottage floor. She had said nothing. Not to her father, not to her sisters, not to anyone. Because she understood something that Calum was only beginning to learn. Power given by birth can be taken. Power built by character cannot. She had been building it every single day, in every meal given away, in every dress restitched, in every sunrise watched alone, in every moment she chose grace over bitterness. Calum stood at those city gates and felt something inside him, that locked room, that walled-off place, open completely for the first time in his life. He said only one thing. "Come back."
Not as a candidate, not as a queen. Come back so I can learn how to be worthy of what you already are.
She looked at him for a long time. Then she picked up her bag, and she walked back through the gates. Not because he was a king, but because for the first time in her life someone had seen her, truly seen her, and asked to be better because of it. That is what real love does. It does not find you at your finest. It finds you and makes you want to be. She never forgot those days on the hill before sunrise, even after she was crowned, even after the archives were unsealed and the truth of her bloodline was read aloud in the same throne room where they had once laughed at her dress. Even after her father wept and her sisters went quiet with a shame they would carry the rest of their lives. She still climbed hills at dawn, sometimes alone, sometimes with a silver-haired king beside her who had learned, slowly, imperfectly, genuinely, how to sit in silence and watch the light without needing to own it. Remember those 4 words she whispered in the throne room? You already know. She wasn't talking about her bloodline. She wasn't talking about her rank or her rights or her lineage. She was talking about something simpler and more terrifying than any of that. She was telling him, you already know what this is. You already know what you feel. The only question is whether you are brave enough to stop running from it. That is the question every love story is really asking. Not, will they end up together? But, are you brave enough to stop running from the thing you already know? If this story made you feel something, if some part of you recognized yourself in Serafina's quiet stubbornness or in Calum's terrified stillness at that gate, then you are exactly who this channel was made for. Subscribe to Once Upon a Heartbeat. Every week, we tell the stories that live in that locked room behind your chest, the ones about people who were overlooked and became unforgettable, about love that arrived not as a fairy tale, but as a choice, made quietly, at a city gate, at dawn. The next story is already waiting for you. And something tells me you already know you need to hear it.
She was on her knees, the laughter loud, stripped of her title for the cheering crowd. Not begging, not crying, just a quiet smile, pure and terrifying. And in that silence, 4 words changed my world. Lost the king I was, found the man I am.